Okay, so I'd like to preface this video with saying that if you haven't tried to recover your bookmarks via the cache data, I would really recommend that way first, because you're going to get all of them if you can grab it. I'll link a video of how to do that in the description. But assuming you've tried that, then I will show you how to use the tool I made. So if you have Chrome, I just opened up the GitHub page, the GitHub link. You're going to add this extension. I already have it added. It's right there. So I can just click on this, change the time to forever, and download as a CSV. It's lagging, but it'll eventually do it. There you go. You can also download as a JSON. It'll work both ways. So I already have this downloaded, but I'll download it again. I'll throw it on my desktop. And it's downloading twice. So now that you have that, go over, if you're in the GitHub page, go down to this, and you want to download the Kissmanga.exe here. So click on that, and I'll just throw it on the desktop. And it's going to tell you it's not common and might be dangerous, because it isn't common. I wrote it. So you're going to have to go over here to this arrow and say keep. And then if you go down here to wherever you saved it, and you go to run it, Windows is also going to tell you it is bad and evil because no one has it and it doesn't have a signature. But you're just going to click more info and run anyway. And then this will come up. And all you have to do is browse for that history file, whatever history file you exported, and my desktop. There you go. Now select if you want to grab manga or anime history, and click filter. And I'll just do both, because why not? And now you can see we have two documents, one labeled manga.txt, the other one anime.txt. And they are filled with whatever is in your Chrome history. So in the case that you have a browser other than Chrome, you're going to want to use this tool right here. You can click on this link to go to it. I already had it open. Find the download. I'll just put this on my desktop. And now there's a bunch of them. I'll just extract here. If you don't have WinRAR, you could also just open that with File Explorer. Yep. And now run this. Executable. You're going to want to, this will come up with a little options tab. You're going to want to make sure you have history from any time selected. You can just leave this on all web browsers and all users. And then go ahead and hit OK. It'll populate with all the browser history it finds. It might take a bit if you have a lot. And what you want to do is just click here on any of these, hit Control A on your keyboard. Now you have every single entry selected. File, save selected items. And we'll just save this as history and we'll just throw this on the desktop. Might take a little bit. Then go over here and in my program, browse for that file, the history file. There we go. Open it. Now then you can select either manga or anime that you want from it. Click filter, and it'll output. These were already there, so it put it in that file. If I click this again, so you get a new file. The other scenario is I got a lot of people saying that they were using a phone, or they had problems where they deleted their history. And for some people, Google will save your history, but it won't be in Chrome apparently. So you can use Google's information export function right here. It'll pull up your Google account. Then I would go ahead, if you scroll down, I would click deselect all, because it'll give you tons of data unless you tell it otherwise. And scroll until you find your Chrome history, which I'm blind, so it'll take me forever. Here we go. So click this. You could click this function and make sure it's only your browser history. So I'll do that. And then just go up here, I guess down here. Hit next step. Export once as a zip. You could adjust this. I don't think it'll matter. I think you'll probably have under 2 gigs of data. And hit export. And now it'll start creating a copy of those Chrome files, and I'm pretty sure it'll work pretty quickly if you just refresh the page. So that's still happening, but once this finishes, there you go. You can click download, type in your password, and then download it. I'll just throw this on my desktop. I have to clean this desktop off now. Open this. And just open this Chrome history archive. So this will probably work well if you are if you were browsing on a phone or something. It'll be easy for you to do this, assuming you're using Chrome browser. It'll make this history JSON file. Go ahead and select that file in my program, and then you can run this, and it will grab your data. I would do a little slower than that. Make sure it gets everything. But yeah. So there you go. So I thought I should add a little addendum. There's a lot of people telling me that they were on Safari mobile on their iPhone or whatever mobile device, and I don't have an iPhone. I can't test any of this. I guess I could run it on an emulator. That's a lot of work. So I'm not 100% sure this will work, but it looks like a decent tutorial, so I will link this in the description. This looks like an app you can use to export your browsing history from Safari on your phone to your PC, which you'd have to export it to a Windows machine. My program doesn't work on Mac. It'd be a pain to make it work on Mac. I don't know of a good way. I'd have to pretty much rewrite the whole thing. But yeah, so that's a good option if you're on Safari on mobile. I'm trying to think of what. Oh yeah, someone else said that they were using a game console. I'm not sure what browsers game consoles use. I don't own a game console, but really what it goes down to is if you can find any way of getting a file with that browsing data, whether it's copy and pasting it or finding some tool to export it. If there's any way you can get it onto a PC saved as a text file or pretty much any kind of plain text file, this should be able to grab the information from it. So I hope that helps. I know this won't grab everything, but it's better than nothing.